Hello, you beautiful people out there. This is John and
James, and we missed the Ho-Oh Raid Hour, but thankfully we got an impromptu makeup Ho-Oh Raid Hour on Thursday, so we'll have those raids and rewards or catches going on the side. But in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll go over the upcoming 5-star and mega raids for the upcoming season, or the upcoming event, which is the Melton / Ditto / Shadow event. And the 5-star raid will be
Thunderous, and the top counters, not including Mega or Shadow, will be Rampardos with Smackdown and Rock Slide, Darmanitan, Galarian with Ice Fang and Avalanche, Rhyperior, Smackdown, Rock Wrecker, Mamoswine, Powder Snow, Avalanche, Tyrantrum, Rock Throw, Meteor Beam, Terrakion, Smackdown, Rock Slide, Glaceon, Frost Breath, Avalanche, Gigalith, Smackdown, Meteor Beam.
What about Weavile with Ice Beam or Ice Shard and Avalanche? Then Gigalith.
Kyurem with Dragon Breath and Glaciate.
Tyranitar using Smackdown and Stone Edge.
Mewtwo, Psycho Cut, Ice Beam.
And that should be it for that. That's the top 12. And then for the upcoming Mega, we have Venusaur. And the top non-Mega, non-Shadow would be Mewtwo using Confusion and Psystrike. Reshiram we're using Fire Fang and Fusion Flare. Unbound Hoopa using Confusion and Psychic. Lunala, if you went that route with Cosmoem and Cosmog, using Confusion and Psychic.
Moltres with Fire Spread and Sky Attack. Ho-Oh with Incinerate and Sacred Fire Plus.
So that's only if you purified your
Ho-Oh
Shadow Apex.
But we don't recommend Shadow.
Yeah, I would not recommend that because that would be even higher on the list with Incinerate and Sacred Fire Plus. But then you have Latios, which will be the 5-star following with Zen Headbutt and Psychic.
Articuno, Galarian, if you got it.
Yeah, if you've been able to catch it, with Confusion and Brave Bird, using the different super effectives on the typing.
Fire Spin and Overheat on Chandelure.
Oh, that was Latios, not Lugia. I messed up on that one.
Lugia.
Which this is also the purified version of the Apex. Don't recommend it, but we all play how we want to play, so if you feel as though not having that Shadow is better for you, then definitely go with it. With the Extra Sensory and Aero Blast Plus, knowing that you could use Extra Sensory and Aero Blast Plus on the Shadow Apex, and I'm not 100% sure where the non-purified Ho-Oh and Lugia rank on this, but then you would have Victini with Confusion and V-Create, and Emboar with Ember and Blast Burn. And then just taking a scroll down.
Remember to exclude Shadow.
Yeah, but I'm looking for just regular Ho-Oh, and unless they consider that a... Pokegenie may consider that a move that every Ho-Oh and Lugia can get, not just counting it as a purified on the Apex only, because I do not see it in their top 60. But then we would have Lugia, which would be Xurkitree
with Thundershock and Discharge. Zekrom with Charge Beam, Fusion Bolt.
Charge Beam.
Yeah, Charge Beam. And Fusion Bolt. Hydreigon with Bite and Brutal Swing. Thunderous with Volt Switch and Thunderbolt. Darkrai, Snarl, Shadow Ball.
Golden Go with Hex and Shadow Ball.
Again, if you haven't.
If you've been able to partner up with people or just find enough golden lures using your coin box to get them.
And then Darmanitan, Galarian, Ice Fang, Avalanche, Rampardos, Smackdown, Rock Slide, Electivire, Thundershock, Wild Charge, Raikou.
With Thundershock and Wild Charge. Can find Hoopa with Astonish and Shadow Ball. And then in the number 12 slot, Weavile with Snarl and Avalanche.
I want to see where the other form Hoopa is. Oh, there it is.
Unbound is 15, which is kind of crazy that the confined version would be higher than
Unbound.
the Unbound, but okay. Next one we have is
Mega Alakazam. Top counter is Darkrai with Snarl and Shadow Ball, Hydreigon Bite and Brutal Swing, Giratina,
Origin form Giratina with Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball.
Golden Go if you have it,
With,
and Shadow Ball.
I don't know why it wants to keep focusing out and blocking the light, but Chandelure with Hex and Shadow Ball.
Hoopa Unbound with Astonish and Shadow Ball.
Confound Hoopa with Astonish and Shadow Ball. Guzzlord with Snarl and Brutal Swing. Gengar with Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball. But be careful with Gengar because of the poison typing. But then you got Yveltal with Snarl and Dark Pulse.
Pheromosa with Bug Bite and Bug Buzz. That one is pretty glassy.
Yes, and then Lunala is number 12 if you chose to go that way with your evolution instead of going with Solgaleo with Air Slash and Shadow Ball.
But then...
And then the last one we'll go over is number 13.
Mewtwo with Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball.
But I think that should wrap us up on this. So, thank you for watching.
And we'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe.